Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson at the table with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at New Orleans, they're making moves up the standings, claiming that fourth spot.
I think for the Warriors, they're off to a really solid start, pushing aside those that doubted them in the preseason and proving they're capable of more.
A look at the Pelicans starting group. Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt. Zion Williamson out there with Trey Murphy, and it's Messi in at center, filling out the middle. And for Golden State, Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Inside, it's Green next to Jackson Davis, and it's Butler in at the three. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Murray's shot is good.
Great concentration from DeJounte that time, just playing right through the contact.
Williamson against Green. Outside Curry from behind the arc. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and we got right to it. The question of how do you stop Zion? From what coach told me, it's all about being physical. He said, we're not going to let him run us over in the lanes or just stomp us inside. We're going to fight back hard. So it sounds like coach is expecting high effort physically from his team.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
He's just a hard guy not to foul. C.J. McCollum is so versatile as a scorer, you never know which move he's going to go to.
First one falls. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And McCollum drops them both. You know, Brent, C.J. McCollum is just a natural leader, a classic connector.
Yeah, C.J. has been amazing since day one coming into the NBA. I have no doubt that C.J., after his playing career is over with, is going to spend a lot of time either in the front office or in the league office, the way he presents himself and promotes the game. Class act.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And so McCollum will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Victory eluded them the last time they faced the Warriors.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Hield passes to Butler. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
I like the timing, too. Jimmy Butler just bursting off of that pick to get to his shot.
McCollum against Hield. Takes a three. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Butler. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Murphy. Brent, you think about Jimmy Butler. Great in the regular season, even better in the playoffs.
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, he has grit and resilience, but tough-minded in the toughest moments, and that's where his teammates rely on him. Jimmy Butler shows up big come playoff time.
And he makes a first. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Butler hits them both.
Always one of the hardest workers on his team. Jimmy Butler knows how to win.
New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Misi. Murray with it. Jacks up a three. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Curry. Last game, 26 points for him. Butler with the bucket.
Well, when Butler's this focused, defenders, beware.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. With a break here, let's see which teams racked up the assists during last year's campaign. The fourth spot held by the Warriors.
And what really stands out to me about this team is how they share the rock. They don't want good shots, they want great shots. And collectively as a team, that's what they seek out.
New Orleans has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Murray against Curry. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Williamson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, McCollum. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
Outside, Green. The 3 is up, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
Here's Murray. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Hield passes to Green. Outside Butler. Over to the wing. Here's Jackson Davis. Hield for 3. Misi grabs the board.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now here's Murray. 7 points in the game. Outside Curry. The rebound by Murray. Curry passes to Green. Outside Hield. The 3. The offensive rebound. The kick out. Curry. Let's go with a 3. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
How many times have we seen this? You give Curry an inch, and that ball's gone.
Pass to Misi. Murray inside. He's covered by Curry. They get the rebound. Misi blocked. Hield on the wing. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Buddy does such a great job of preparing his shot even before he gets the ball.
McCollum looking it over. Puts it up. And again, New Orleans no good.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
The three from Curry, and that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. Pelicans trail by 9. Murray with it. Pass to Messi. Back to Murray. And here's McCollum. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. Williamson against Green. And again, New Orleans no good.
Now, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Well, Brent, after ups and downs, it seemed like New Orleans is really trending in the right direction.
Now, their path has not always been easy. It's a bit indicative of the city itself. It's a resilient place with resilient people that take a lot of pride in the comeback. So this team has had personnel changes, coaching changes, injuries, but the Pelicans have certainly become a team in the past couple seasons where the future is much brighter than its past.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Jones, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Here's Alvarado. Williamson looking around. Pass to Messi. And here's McCollum, guarded by Hield. It's tipped.
A buddy with a good awareness defensively there and a nice job in his effort defending. If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Now here's Alvarado. Williamson, right side. To stop the run. And it's Alvarado missing. The Warriors lead by 11. And here is Green. Six to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. They grab their own miss. Got a piece of it. Curry against Williamson. For three, McCollum. It's rebounded by Golden State.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Drops in the three.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
And here's Williamson. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 14-point game. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
McCollum outside. Clock at 6. To win the cold spell. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. And while we have a break, here were some of the top free throw shooters in the game last season. Stephen Curry is second.
Very steady at the line. He's the guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
Here's Alvarado. Still without a bucket.
Yeah, a really rough opening quarter for them in terms of shooting.
And it's Kelly Olynyk with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
The Warriors lead by 14. And out of bounds, New Orleans will have it. Well, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time. But he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
The best shooter that's ever played the game. Yes, it's been a real treat, BA, to watch all of that happen. But gotta give credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries. The confidence never wavered. And then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass. So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Boston's checked in. And Grant, once again, Stephen Curry hit 300 threes last season. Man, he's in a class of his own.
Well, there have been 7 300-plus three-point seasons ever. Stephen has 5 of them. He has the only 400 three-point year ever. So, yeah, B.A., Stephen has created his own class.
Now here's Curry. He's got 14. That one falls.
Oh, he's on the attack, hitting 6 of his last 7.
Pelicans trail by 19. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Olynyk. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
That free throw good from Olynyk.
Now, Kelly Olynyk coming into the league as the league has shifted to the pace and space play, and Kelly more than capable as a 5-man of drilling the outside shot.
And he can't hit the second. One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Count it. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
He is a lethal all-around scorer. You have to love the versatility of McCollum's offensive game.
Curry surveys. Launches a 3. He can't hit that time. Pelicans trail by 18. Alvarado, the pass to McCollum. Pass to Boston. Now here's Jones. Alvarado outside. 5 on the clock. Back to Jones. From 20 feet. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State. Torching the Nets. Hitting 4 from distance that quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Bruce Brown is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then it's Herb Jones. Then it's Kelly Olynyk.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Butler on the wing. For 3. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
A retaliation there as Butler's competitiveness flaring up as he answers from the arc.
Outside, Brown. This one for 3. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. Now here's Butler. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Butler's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Outside Jones. There's a screen. Back to Alvarado. Pass to Olynyk. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
First free throw is good. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
DeJounte Murray's checked in for New Orleans. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Pelicans trail by 16. Pass to Jones. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And that one drops for him.
The paint, that's where Jones likes to live, and that's where he's comfortable, and he can use that length to his advantage.
And here is Kuminga. Now Pajimski. There's a screen by Kuminga. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in. Kuminga's got his first points of the game.
Kuminga has so much of the physical tools needed to be a great offensive rebounder.
On the wing, Murray, defended by Pajimski. Over to the left wing. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They led the game at 1 point by 20. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. That kicks off a 5-game road trip for the club. Good D by Murray.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clank it.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Murray after the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And again, New Orleans, no good. The Warriors lead by 18. Here's Spencer. No made baskets yet. Well, Brent, the Pels bowing out to the Thunder in the first round last season. Not a bad showing, though.
Yeah, no shame in that. You lose to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have a great collection of young players and just need to spend more time together to try to take that next step. You know, one change could take them from a playing game to home court advantage this season.
And he knocks down the first one. Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. McCollum, he's checked in for New Orleans. And he makes both free throws. All right, Grant, you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, B.A., it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
Defensively, you're trying to prevent DeJounte from getting to the rim, but he can counter. That mid-range becomes deadly.
Outside Pajemski puts up a three. He drops it from range.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Murray. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State.
Terrific all-around effort. He did a great job of creating for himself and others.
If guys are getting points inside, that's a bad sign for the defense, so you don't want to allow too much penetration, especially from DeJounte.
And the Warriors with possession here after the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
The Warriors lead by 19. Now Jackson Davis. No points yet. Right side Kuminga. Over Jones. Rebound by Olynyk. The Pelicans have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Golden State has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Kuminga with it. Pass to Spencer. 4-3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds now. McCollum outside. Murray from outside, and that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
Shoot 2.
He misses the free throw.
Butler gives you so much toughness and determination. This guy can really impact what the culture of your team is all about.
And the Warriors make some changes. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kuminga. And it's Buddy Hield in for Pajemski. Good on the second one. And it's Jones with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing by 17. Williamson outside. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
They really had a strong night shooting the basketball. They got hot and stayed hot.
Saw the box score the next day and thought about those percentages. They had guys just going off in that one.
Butler with the bucket.
And that's experience. Butler just understands where to be.
Pelicans trail by 20. Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Jones. Here's McCollum. And he lobs it up. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it. Taking a look back at last season, the team leaders in rebounding. The Warriors, number 1.
Last year, this was a team that owned the paint. They were so committed to rebounding. And that's a stat you love to lead the league in.
Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Spencer. The Warriors lead by 20. Outside Curry. Over Murray. Shot is good by Curry. Curry's got 20 points.
Just another day at the office for Steph Curry, making this look easy.
McCollum against Hield. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 6. He can't get that one to fall. Hield with the defensive effort.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Moody's got his first bucket in this one. The Pelicans have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Here's Murray. And again, no good by New Orleans.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
On the wing, Curry, defended by Jones. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Grant.
No question, B.A. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
So both teams changing it up here. And here's Curry. 20 points for him. Clock at 4. Pass to Green. Great D that time from Williamson. New Orleans has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. McCollum's shot is off.
Still hasn't gotten on the board this quarter. He may be pressing a little, trying to get them out of this hole.
Here's Post. From the arc. And it's Stephen Curry with the 3. Curry's got 23.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Post. Back to Curry. Tipped. Ooh, stolen by Murray. To end the run. Here's Misi. Still no points.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher, and we saw it right there.
Outside Curry. Outside Moody. Over Jones. Moody misses. Boy, the Pelicans have really had a tough go here. And it's Murray off the drive. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Draymond Green.
Well, with the combination of length and speed, defenses have a lot of trouble handling DeJounte Murray off the drive.
And he drops the first. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Both shots good from the stripe. Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. Now, he's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
Curry, no good.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Pass to Murray. Down low. 1 second left. And so it's the Golden State Warriors, ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Hey, folks, and welcome. This first half has been the Stephen Curry show. He has just been everywhere.
Well, we've gotten used to performances like this from Curry. With his handles, his range, he can get any shot he wants, and off the ball, he consistently and constantly moves.
Well, I wonder how many miles he runs in the night just running off picks.
Probably I would say 3 to 4 miles just running off picks alone. 3 more just bringing it up. Probably a 9-mile night.
Okay, so now let's talk about that point guard matchup from the first half.
Brought their A games. This is what it means to try to put a team on your shoulders, Ernie.
What do you mean? I've been carrying you on this show for years.
That's not entirely true. I'd say maybe the first 2 years.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moses Moody out there with Green. And it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Curry with the block.
Hustle, anticipation, those are keys for Steph Curry on blocks like that.
Moody from outside. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Curry against Murray. Ooh, that one makes him 7 for 14. Got a nice rhythm going here today.
And it feels like DeJounte Murray's working at the post office right now because there's stamps of him all over this game.
Pass to Post. Podziemski with it. Gets some space and buries the jumper. Podziemski's got 5 now.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Murray against Curry. Now Williamson. Shot clock at 5. Murray from outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Pass to Curry. Up and over McCollum. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Curry's got 25 points.
It's not talked about a lot, but Steph is fast. So whether he's firing or passing, the defense is pretty much on their heels, especially in the screen and roll.
Misi's shot is good.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Now here's Curry. 25 points in the game. Puts up a deep three. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got 6 rebounds here tonight. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And it's Murray off the drive. There's McCollum with the 3. They get it back. Williamson with the bucket.
He makes it look easy. Zion just feasting on that second chance bucket.
Here's Curry. Outside, Green. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Lets it go from deep. Pelicans cleared away. Williamson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to McCollum. Murray against Curry. Murray's shot is good. 20 points for him.
Murray just getting by him in a flash.
The Warriors lead by 22. Now Curry. Outside, Green. And the 3 off target. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Williamson outside. And he lobs it up to the rim. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. So it's the Warriors now. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Rare turnover for them tonight. They've protected the ball, and they're trying to protect this lead.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. 5th on the list, the Warriors.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
Williamson with it. Pass to Misi. Murray for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Murray's got 7 points for the quarter.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Butler passes to Hield. To snap the cold streak. Hits the trifecta. Hield's got 6 points.
Well, that's a guy you want to find, Buddy Hield, with the response from 3.
Here's McCollum. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. Jackson Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Holiday. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Holiday's gotten his first points in this one. And so McCollum will bring it up for New Orleans. From the top of the key, and he hits the jumper.
That's one of the huge attributes of McCollum's game. He can score from anywhere, which makes him very unpredictable as a scorer.
Butler passes to Kuminga. Outside for Butler. From 17, the rebound by Murray.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Misi laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He has 6.
They're really working the paint now.
The Warriors lead by 20, and Steve Kerr calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. The Pelicans making a switch here. Alvarado's checked in. Pelicans on D. Here's Kuminga. The Pelicans pull it in. Misi's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Alvarado. Back to Williamson. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Yeah, it looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. The Warriors lead by 18. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Hield. Jackson Davis a screen. And Hield gets a three. Hield's gotten his third basket of the night.
Still the strongest part of Buddy Hield's game. He is a lethal shooter. What a perfect stroke that was.
Williamson with a screen on Holiday. Alvarado, the pass to Williamson. 5 to shoot. Jackson Davis grabs a miss.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
There's a screen by Kuminga. Here's Butler. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Butler's got 19 points. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. McCollum outside. To the middle. Here's Messi. That's good. And it's McCollum with the assist. Messi's got 8 points.
You just don't want to give away points by giving away passing lanes. McCollum right there waiting for one, then threads the needle.
Butler passes to Holiday. The three is up. Messi grabs a board. Messi's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Knocked loose. Here's Alvarado. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Kuminga finds Butler. Hield on the wing. Back to Butler. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside Holiday. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Jackson Davis with the bucket. Jackson Davis has got his first points of the night.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Williamson with the bucket.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Hield. Outside Butler. Alvarado with a rebound. Pelicans trail by 21. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Messi. And here's Williamson. He has 6. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answer that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Brent, one area where Zion Williamson continues to improve is as a passer.
Well, B.A., he's cut down his turnovers while more than doubling his rate of assists. And to me, that's just familiarity, getting on the court more consistently and not being injured. I mean, he's going to build and compound on that experience. So starting to make plays is starting to show for Zion.
And the second free throw is good.
When you look around the league, how many guys would love to have half of Zion's talent? Those natural gifts are undeniable.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Hield from outside. Fires in the triple. Hield's got 12 points.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Alvarado outside. Hield against Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. We'll be back in a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. So for New Orleans right now, Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt. Herb Jones out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Boston in at small forward. Brent, Herb Jones looks like he might be the next elite perimeter defender.
Well, he's been amazing in the early part of his career. He closes out his space so well on people, in control and balanced, able to catch guys' first move. He is asked to guard the primary offensive wing on a nightly basis, and Herb Jones is up to the challenge.
The league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Now here's Moody. Shot on the wing. Pelicans cleared away. McCollum outside. Offensive board. Here's Boston. No good there. The Warriors lead by 20. Pass to Kuminga. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Now, with his finesse and his power, Kuminga can make it real tough inside.
McCollum outside. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Can't hit from in close.
He really hasn't had it offensively tonight. This team needs him to play better.
Moody from outside. He buries it from 3.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
It's Pajemski on the wing, defended by Murray. And here's Kuminga for 3. The shot no good. And it's Murray with the ball for the Pelicans. McCollum on the wing, defended by Pajemski. McCollum outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Olynyk. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
A good sign for them is the work they've done on the offensive glass this half.
Moody on the wing. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. That one's good for 2.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Pass to Murray. Kuminga pulls it in.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. The baseline J. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Murray's got 4 rebounds in the game. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Moody. The Warriors lead by 23. Outside Pajemski. Pass to post. Jones against Kuminga. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Kuminga's got 6 in the quarter.
Kuminga carrying with him some confidence here.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Moody. Inside. Here's Pajemski. Soft touch off the glass.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
McCollum outside. Back to Murray. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
And Kuminga is so physical. He'll get a lot of these.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Well, the 3-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
That free throw, no good. And the Warriors making a switch here. Jackson Davis is checked in. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Outside Jones. Pass to Williamson. Back to Jones. Alvarado outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Alvarado's got his first 3 points of the game. The Warriors lead by 21. Here's Holiday. Moody on the wing. And the Warriors miss again. New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Messi. Williamson with it. Well, Brendan, a players' league, you think there's a point at which players have too much say?
Well, I don't know, B.A. I think it's always a fine line between what it is that both management and ownership is trying to do. This is entertainment after all. But you got to lean into the players. You got to lean into the personalities. And as long as there's a respect for both of those areas,
to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
Now here's Alvarado. He's covered by Holiday. To the paint. And a quick look at how New Orleans' schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they head back home to host the Indiana Pacers. And then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And that game against the Trailblazers, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to sharpen up.
That's good from Williamson.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Pelicans. DeJounte Murray comes in for Alvarado. He makes 1 or 2 that time.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Jackson Davis with the bucket.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Murray passes to McCollum. Offline with a 3.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Outside, Green. No good on the 3.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Now here's Murray. Tipped away. Now Hield. And a deep 3 from Curry. From beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 28 points for the game.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes...
The Warriors pull it in. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 31.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble. Yeah, throw it up to Trey, and he'll finish it off.
Here's Butler. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Now here's McCollum. And there's the screen. Lets a 3 fly. Rebounded by Green.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight. And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Warriors.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Stephen Curry.
Oh, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Now here's McCollum. To the inside. And stolen by Green. There's 38 seconds left in the 4th. Shot clock at 6. Hits the 3-pointer.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here. Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Green, the pass to Curry. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Jimmy, congrats on the win. What did it take to get it done tonight?
A lot of heart. My teammates fought hard throughout the whole game, and everybody had a tough matchup. They manned up, and today we did what we were supposed to do.
Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.